I'm Chris Lawrence in Dallas, and these are your headlines from North Texas. Authorities are issuing additional arrest warrants in connection to a deadly pileup along I-20. A semi-truck driver admitted to falling asleep behind the wheel last month, sparking a chain reaction crash that killed 5 people and critically injured another. Sources tell us the truck's registration was falsified, and a broker hired Hope Trans LLC to move a postal service load from Atlanta. USPS officials say they're aware of the incident and an investigation is underway. We're working to learn how many warrants were issued and who they're for. The truck driver will be in court next Friday, facing multiple counts of manslaughter and aggravated assault. A mother has been cleared of any wrongdoing after being accused of medical abuse. It's been 2 years since we first reported the accusations against Jessica Gasser, and she told Teresa Woodard why they should have never brought a case against her.
Jessica Gasser wants to tell her story herself, and it's not the story others told about her.
Because I didn't do anything wrong.
In 2023, the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office laid out its story in a 24-page affidavit, accusing Gasser of medically abusing her 3-year-old daughter by doctor shopping across the country, exposing the girl to unnecessary procedures, and gaining 24,000 TikTok followers by posting about the child's health. They say she Googled not only is lying to a doctor about a child illegal, but also how do you fix Munchausen by proxy? That's the medical term for a caretaker lying about an illness.
Did you search those things?
Yes, I did. Why wouldn't I want to know more about what I'm being accused of?
Gasser and her husband lost custody of their daughter for 8 months. But the Department of Family and Protective Services dismissed its case in 2024. And in June 2025, a Tarrant County grand jury no-billed her. Jessica Gasser has been cleared.
Every single medical issue that Jessica was concerned about is shown in all of the medical records to be completely true. And the thing is, CPS knew this, and law enforcement knew this.
Gasser's attorney says he obtained texts and emails between investigators, and he says they mishandled this case.
They think they are such heroes. They are bragging to each other, essentially saying, because we saved this child from the mom, and that's how we're going to present it.
We asked for responses to those allegations. The Tarrant County Sheriff's Office told us, quote, "We respect the grand jury's decision. We have no further comment." And the Department of Family and Protective Services said, quote, "CPS cases are confidential."
As hard as it was for me, I can't imagine how hard it was for Ellie.
Jessica says this family photo is the real story. Ellie back with mom and dad, still facing medical issues, turning 5 in 2 weeks.
If no one was helping your child, what would you do? You would go to somebody else who would. And that is all I did.
Now, we asked Gasser if she regretted being so open about Ellie on TikTok, but she said no, because it provided her a community. You can see that part of our conversation on WFAA Plus, along with an in-depth look at the investigation. We reported on scammers posing as the Collin County Sheriff, ordering people to pay up or go to jail. As Jobin Punica reports, it's a new spin on an old scam, and there are signs you need to keep an eye out for.
You don't forget.
We told you Angela Harrison's story this week.
And it says arrest warrant.
A Collin County woman who was nearly scammed out of $7,000.
I was very terrified in the moment. Like, I was very, very terrified.
A scammer posing as a sheriff's deputy told her she failed to show up for her jury duty.
To prevent detainment and
will be arrested unless she paid up.
These are a bunch of scumbags. They have no respect for people. And they picked the wrong county.
In Collin County shops, you will start seeing more scam alerts like this, and with more updated warning posters around Bitcoin machines and ATMs. Here is where scammers force their victims into making transactions.
We've had a lot of saves with this.
The store manager at this vape shop in Allen, who does not want to be identified, saved an elderly woman from emptying her savings. We are told she had come in twice.
I told her, like, stop, do not do the transaction anymore, do not put any more money in the system.
The manager tells us the woman walked in with the scammer on the phone. The manager called police and the scam was thwarted.
We do not call and demand money ever.
We called around to several shops with these Bitcoin depots. All of them reported a number of unsuspecting victims on their phones being scammed.
It is really scary. It's so unpredictable. Just in seconds, it's all gone.
There have been a number of arrests, hundreds of search warrants issued, and over $1 million returned.
They're commanded to arrest me and bring me before a judge.
But the scams continue, and they're not just taking their money.
It took a sense of your innocence.
In Collin County, I'm Jobin Puniker.
You'll want to hear the story behind a winning gelato recipe in North Texas. Sean Giggy shows us how a brutal winter helped catapult the local chef right to the top.
Bizzaria in Plano serves some of the best gelato in North Texas.
Yeah, I like it.
And the only thing that made it possible was the deep freeze. Back in 2021, Bizzaria had only been open a few months when a bitter winter storm busted the pipes above them and flooded everything.
There's water everywhere.
The store was closed for a year and a half.
It's a gift from God.
It was devastating, but it was a blessing in disguise because he went and learned how to make gelato.
At the time, owners Muhammad Al-Kawasmi and his wife Dima were selling scoops of ice cream made by a national brand. But while they were closed, Muhammad started making it himself.
Yes, of course.
He learned from gelato masters in Miami, Italy, and the Middle East, and eventually got pretty good.
Yeah, I love doing this.
So good that someone told Muhammad he should enter the Gelato Festival World Masters, the Olympics of gelato making. Contestants create their own unique flavor and make it on the spot for the judges. Muhammad made fig croquant, almond gelato with caramelized figs and caramelized almonds. It's a favorite of customers and now judges.
Muhammad?
He placed second in the semifinals, and in August will be one of 10 gelato chefs competing in the North American finals. The top 3 will advance to the world competition in Italy.
When they announced I'm the second one, I was so happy.
I'm very proud of him, and I didn't think he would come this far this fast.
One of the best gelato artists in North America, and he owes a great deal to his wife. Dima gave Muhammad the idea for fig croquant months ago, but he never put it on the menu.
No.
Until customers suggested adding figs and nuts to his almond gelato.
He was like, it's becoming our #1 seller. And then I said, I'm sure it is. He was like, did you suggest this before? I was like, yes, but you didn't listen.
From now, I will listen to her within 2 minutes.
A winning recipe. In Plano, I'm Sean Giggy.
Yeah, a smart man there. The finals are going to be held in Los Angeles at the end of next month, and those are your headlines from North Texas.